Do you remember when Kristaps Porzingis had all of New York City believing that we had to build around him? No. Let me remind you. Kristaps Porzingis is in his third season, was averaging 22.7 points, 2.4 blocks, while shooting 39.5% from 3 as a 7'3" power forward. He went from being booed on draft night
Porzingis from Liepāja, Latvia.
Who the is Tingus Pingus? I never heard of Latvia. That's tough.
to exciting putbacks, jumpers, chase down blocks. He was an all-star, a guy you wanted to watch, the first wave of unicorn big men, and now he's this.
Porzingis with the steal and fires away the three. Bounce won't go.
Bro, big man, stop shooting threes!
I was open.
God damn.
No one cares about Kristaps Porzingis, at least not in a meaningful way. Well, this guy did, but Porzingis missed this layup and cost him 75 grand. If you look at his stats on the Mavs, it's not that bad. He's averaged 20 plus points every season, grabbing 8 plus boards. Last season, he shot a career high 48% from the field. But Porzingis isn't even in consideration for All-Star. And now Porzingis got traded for Spencer Dinwiddie and Bertans?
I am perplexed.
What happened to Kristaps Porzingis? What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. I was already working on this video before the trade even happened, and now I think this video is necessary because what is this trade? Spencer Dinwiddie and Bertans for Porzingis?
Hey, yo.
No disrespect, but what Spencer and Bertans have been doing this season is not great. I remember the reactions of everyone to this trade. How the heck was a Porzingis trade centered around Spencer Dinwiddie? Unless that's the actual value of Porzingis in the league. Just like there's a decent amount of value subscribing to his channel, cause over 75% of you still aren't. Videos every week that the media won't do. And also, why don't you follow me on Twitter? Feeling disrespected like Giannis when they talk about Ja. Check me out, I just want to interact with y'all there. Also, shout out to Spencer Dinwiddie. He been doing solid on the Mavs, super efficient and giving Luka rest on the court, which is really important. Porzingis left the Knicks on less than great terms. He missed the exit meeting, told the front office he didn't want to be there anymore, gave them a 7-day deadline to trade him or he was going to go Europe. All this while being injured and recovering from an ACL tear. And the Knicks scrambled to find a trade before it became public knowledge that he wanted out. They traded him, Tim Hardaway Jr. and Courtney Lee for DeAndre Jordan, Dennis Smith Jr., Wesley Matthews, a 2021 first round pick, and 2023 first round pick that was top 10 protected. Dennis Smith Jr. was okay, 13 points, 4 assists a game in his second year, and the Knicks had drafted Frank Ntilikina over him just a year ago? Yeah, that was a great one. What is this, buyer's remorse?
That's a bad shot.
And then Dennis Smith Jr. got bounced out of the league. He's back now though. DeAndre Jordan was an expiring contract. That first round pick was the 21st, which became through a series of trades, Quentin Grimes. So an expiring contract, a guy who got bounced out of the league, and the 21st pick for a 22-year-old All-Star? Porzingis tore his ACL on February 6, 2018. He didn't play the entire 2018-19 season, so you could argue that maybe his value was down because of injury concerns. It seems a bit like deja vu. Porzingis at the age of 26 being traded for pieces that don't seem like they add up for his value. But Porzingis on the Mavericks had a lot, and I mean a lot, of issues. The expectation for Porzingis was that he was supposed to be the second star alongside Luka. Porzingis signed a max extension. They even gentrified this.
Hey.
Expectations were set, but this was probably their best moment together. See, Porzingis couldn't stay on the court. If we just scroll through his injury history, yeah, that's quite a bit. In the past 3 seasons with the Mavs, Porzingis has missed 68 games out of a potential 202 games. He's missed 1/3 of all games. And it's not like it was all in one go. No, it's 5 games here, 3 games there, 10 games here. Luka and Porzingis played 110 games together in that stretch. Only 54%. In the 2020 playoffs, Porzingis only played 3 games, averaging above 23, but was out because of injury. Over time, these injuries seem to have sapped away one of the most important parts of Porzingis' game, his defense. On the Knicks, I'm not gonna say he was explosive because he's 7'3", but he could move just quick enough laterally to use his length to be everywhere. He was at times reckless, to be honest, chasing players down, doing a solid job blocking them, getting a contest on pick and roll switches. I mean, just look at his defense on guards. This is all you can hope for in an interior defender. It's almost sad to watch these highlights because it makes you remember how Porzingis was legit a unicorn. On the Mavs, it just hasn't been the same.
That's terrible.
He's getting his feet crossed up, and even right here, this is a situation that Porzingis would usually get a contest, but he doesn't even jump. It's the same drop coverage that we saw him in on the Knicks, but just that he's not as springy anymore. And because he can't guard on the perimeter either, he's become a liability. On the Knicks, his defensive field goal percentage was a negative 3.8%, but now he's a positive 0.3. So somehow now, offenses are actually shooting better against Porzingis. His blocks per game are down to 1.7 compared to 2 on the Knicks. In the time he's supposed to be getting better, he's regressed. The 2021 playoffs was the tipping point, because despite Porzingis being on the court, you might as well have had anyone else. He couldn't score, he couldn't rebound, he couldn't defend.
What is that? Try it.
In 7 games, Porzingis averaged 13 points and 5.4 rebounds a game, and that's where you get this from. Especially against the Clippers, who didn't have a dominant big man. 5.4 rebounds at 7'3"? How? Keep in mind that Porzingis had signed a max contract. He wasn't just some random role player. He got abused defensively too and disappeared in the offense, becoming a spot-up shooter. Wait, what? Somewhere through the injuries, Porzingis became exclusively a shooter from the 3-point and mid-range. The NBA went 3-point crazy, and about 40% of all of his shots became threes. And part of that is coaching, because they were using Porzingis as a spot-up shooter. On April 7, 2021, the Mavs lost to the Rockets, who were not good. Porzingis did not get up any shots in the 4th quarter and was mad. He blamed it on the plays the Mavs were running, but his shot selection was already questionable, just taking some really difficult mid-range shots. Now, Porzingis has never been good at posting up. While 3-point shooting is great for spacing the floor, Luka needed a presence inside to take defense away from the perimeter. He needed a guy he could dump to in the post, especially in the playoffs, so Luka wouldn't get gassed in the 4th quarter, which is exactly what we saw in the 2021 playoffs, where all of his numbers dropped astronomically in the 4th quarter. Porzingis was in the 27th percentile in post-ups in 2020 and the 58th percentile last year. Man cannot score from the post. It's actually hilarious because you can see it in this game. Porzingis struggled to post up Marcus Smart, who's 6'3", 1 whole foot shorter. So when Luka sees that Porzingis has the mismatch again, he just tries to do it himself.
Hey, yo. Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
Come on, man. No!
In the pick and roll where we thought this duo could be great, Porzingis and Luka never figured out the true spacing between the two. Luka's slow, grind out, methodical breakdown of defense just didn't work with Porzingis wanting the ball in face-up post-up situations like Embiid. So even though in the beginning it looked like Luka and Porzingis would mesh, they didn't. To Porzingis' credit, in 24 games without Luka, he's averaging 24.3 points and 10.3 rebounds, a plus 191. So again, there's a really good player, if not all-star, in there somewhere. What I think is that Porzingis just needs to play more. It's not like Porzingis is bad. Yes, he had a bad playoff series, but he's still performing well on the court. Hard to develop chemistry, especially if you're supposed to be a big part of the team and you keep missing games. Something the Nets know really well right now. Porzingis on the Wizards is definitely interesting. Let's see what they decide to run. If Bradley Beal stays, along with Porzingis and the supporting cast of Kuzma and Harrell, they got a squad. Porzingis has all the talent. Now he's gotta stay healthy and develop. He's only 26 years old. But yeah, That's what happened to Kristaps Porzingis. The injuries, the expectations, the chemistry issues, all that leading him to the Wizards. But what do you think? Will Kristaps Porzingis ever be an all-star again? Let me know if you want more of these What Happened to X Player in the comments down below, and follow me on Twitter. Let's build a community there too. The all-day notification watch out goes to an OG, day one. She's on a streak, Maria Jo, who needs the Warriors to get out of their slump. Thanks for the all-day support. And if you're still here, you're real ones, so comment Pingus so I know. Drop a like if you liked the video, and subscribe, turn noise on if you really like the video. It really helps the channel out. It's your boy MJ. We out, and we vibe.
Okay, just hop in my spaceship. Okay, just hop in my spaceship now.